Hey friends, Jay, Travel by Jay. We're here with this week's episode of Between Departures. I am here with my beautiful co-host, my beautiful wife, Soraya.
Hello, everyone.
So this week we're here. It's going into Christmas week.
Christmas, can you believe that?
God, that means that this year's kind of scooted on by.
Kind of.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it did.
It zoomed by.
Zoomed right by and we didn't even notice.
Gee, the crickets.
I guess it's good that we count the calendar year or the calendar months by trips we take.
Oh my goodness. Right? I mean, if this year went by quick, my goodness, just imagine next year.
Well, no. Let's slow it down.
Yeah, okay, all right.
No, we don't need to hurry all that out.
Oh my goodness. So, I always have this thing and I always try to say is, I love to end my year how I begin my year. So
we started traveling.
Yeah. So last year we did some good stuff, and I think we did what we normally do. We do a holiday travel.
We did.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So last year we I think we did. Usually go down to like the Caribbean or do something, but this past year we went big or went home.
We went for that coldcation.
Coldcation.
We did.
I tell you.
To Vienna. Isn't that great?
We did. It was absolutely great. We spent Jiminy Crickets 2 weeks.
Yeah, just about.
Yeah.
I think the most exciting part of that trip was actually New Year's in Vienna. That was
actually pretty cool. I give it to you. That was great. And even traveling through there with the cold, I actually felt that I had my Hallmark moment, that I was actually prepared for this season. Been in Southern California, down here, not Southern Cali anymore, but
I was going to say, wait, did you say Southern California?
We're down here in Southern Florida. That Cali has been there for so many years.
Get that geography going
so many years.
Right?
So we're here, and so we're trying to get this thing going down here. So it's great.
Right.
And you know what?
So what do we have prepared this year? I think this year we actually kind of took it easy. Because we were going to do that big trip in Asia, which, it was good. That would have been kind of difficult to do 2 very long, large trips back to back. But, but again, it's like, I like traveling. Well, we've said this before, traveling outside of the high seasons, because less people are traveling, things are less crowded. Most people don't want to go where, the coldness is. So that's why we did that Vienna trip. But yeah, I think we did a great trip. In looking at the cold and the snow and whatnot. So we are known for low season traveling, and that's good.
So
exciting.
I just had a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody goes out and do all the same old stuff for the holiday travel. Everybody gets in the car, go see Aunt Betty, they go see Grandma, Uncle Joe, who's always sitting in his recliner, probably asleep. That's good. But everybody, they do that regularly.
Right.
So, but guess what? Those kind of blend in together because they don't remember. It's like, oh, was that Uncle Joe fell asleep that year, or was that the year he fell asleep? So,
poor Uncle Joe, he's getting a really bad rap over here.
He's getting a real bad rap.
Poor Uncle Joe.
But what can people do different? We talk about that. This is the holiday season. We tell everybody, yada, 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 make sure you get there early, do your thing. And those are reminders that we'll tell you. But, man, what about some good holiday ideas? You have something.
Yeah, no, obviously. And, like for those of us who are in warm climate, like Florida all year round, we like to go to the coldness because it's something different. And a lot of people like to do, when they're in the cold, they like to come to the warmth, and that's great. Most people don't really look at traveling through the Caribbean because, they do want to go see good old Uncle Joe.
When you go see Uncle Joe, you just be like, I mean, it's the same thing. And you get there and you give old Aunt Betty a big old kiss on the cheek.
That's more.
Yeah, and it's usually
Aunt Betty is pinching her cheek.
Yeah, it's usually a wet kiss. Be like, God, thank you very much. I love you too. Go cook the macaroni cheese now.
But again, you should do like different things. I don't know. I would only go camping if it was a glamping experience. So
you heard it, folks. She said she'd actually go camping or glamping.
I went.
Let's see how that'll work when I do put that on the app.
No, it's got to be glamping. It's got to be glamping.
Yeah. So what's your thing?
That would be like a different thing.
Just running water?
No. I have to have like the comfortable bed and the warm tent.
No. We'll give you a big stand-up tent.
Nope. Not doing that.
She ain't buying it, y'all. She ain't buying it. Dang it. I was going to try just to see what you do.
But again, that would be great. It's like how many people would actually be able to think of spending, Christmas Eve in front of a roaring fire and a nice drink of something, in a Yeti, or something like that. Or, bring in the new year, watching the stars and the constellations out there. So different things. And I get it. We can think of things like that because we don't have small kids, and we can do it because we're adults.
I mean, that's good. You can take the kids out there, do s'mores. You can take them out there, do a little
give them
ice
melatonin
fishing
early on.
Hey, you know what? They won't know the New Year's there, but they'll sleep well.
So I think that would be a great idea. And then you're also looking at, I don't know, a cruise. I mean, cruises are, I guess I'm into cruises lately because I really like them. There you got all that everything that you could possibly want in on a floating hotel. And then, go get that little wine tasting of different ports that you go on.
I kind of like that idea, only because you can have a big old party with a whole bunch of people and you don't have to clean up or wake up the next morning and be like, what happened here?
You're speaking my language.
I mean,
Speaking my language. So again, how about renting an RV and go driving?
Have you seen the traffic on the holidays?
Okay, well, don't go to the Northeast or Mid-Atlantic or
I don't know.
Southeast. Go towards maybe not the Pacific Northwest because, Washington is flooding right now.
Yeah, just a tad bit rainy, cold, maybe snowy.
No, go up and down the Pacific Coast Highway.
I guess you can come out. I mean, what would be 3 top unique vacation ideas that you'd say? I
just gave you 3, sir.
No. You kind of scooted around on them. So just tell me, because I'm kind of slow. Like Uncle Joe.
Were you sleeping?
Yes.
I don't know. Again, always for me.
So cruising, camping.
RV.
So RV is kind of glamping, camping. Okay, all right. Well, I'll do that. So okay. So something or anything different than what people normally would do.
Yeah, absolutely. So what would you think of? What would you add to that list? Let me turn it around now.
So for me personally, an idea that I like, and I know we kind of got away from it, is an all-inclusive.
Oh, love the.
I like going there and maybe getting a place if we can get it soon enough. Adult only. Sorry, kids, grandkids. But doing, having a butler service or just all-inclusive adult only.
Absolutely.
Just going to the pool. Got my Yeti. I got my
What,
hat, my
20?
sunblock, my what, 20? And I'm kicking back, filling it up, drinking it up, toasting it up,
Losing a day or two.
losing a day or two because I'm just totally chill
Right.
and not worried about work, just chilling. I mean, but that's me.
one
I'm
way
more
to
of a
disconnect.
beach guy. I like the beach. I like the waves. I like the
doesn't?
ocean. I mean, yeah, but we could do that in a cruise. I mean, it's actually pretty cool,
Yeah, absolutely.
you know. So that is something that you definitely can do. But I don't know. I don't know what kind of ideas you guys think you may have. I mean, I don't know. We
Drop them in the comments. Let's see what we can figure out.
drop them in the comments. Let us know. And you know what? Let's see. Whoever can have the most unique idea, let's try to create that vacation. I mean, we don't have any plans for next year, New Year's, but maybe if we
do a
can
group?
get because we do have that group
Yeah.
called Exotic Adventures.
Yeah, we
And we
do.
always talking about doing something different, something unique, and kind of off the beaten path.
I think you were just looking for another excuse to create another vacation.
I think that's okay because I think, why not?
Touche.
You know, give me a reason why we should not do that.
Should not have no reason at all.
Because I don't think any ideas I came up with, you went,
I would have never.
you loved them all.
I absolutely did.
You know why?
Mm.
Because you love it too.
Absolutely.
And we love that. We love the
Absolutely.
unique vacations.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Okay, so then this is for those of us who, don't have younger kids and are not traveling with our grandkids for the holidays. How about for families? What would be a good vacation?
unique things for families. Well, I'll tell you like this. When you said the cruise idea,
Yeah.
I do have, some clients that are actually doing, for their kids' sweet 16th birthday, they're actually doing a family cruise over New Year's.
I mean, how fun is that?
I mean, they're taking all the aunties, the uncles, got some cousins coming,
Yeah.
and it's actually pretty cool.
I
you
agree.
know? And they're gonna go, and I don't know where they're gonna be for their birthday particularly, but it's an experience. It's a memory.
It is fun.
and I think that's something that we always talk about,
I-
creating memories.
Yeah, I will agree with that only because, all those cruise liners have like kids clubs.
Team
You can-
clubs. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah,
Well,
okay, kids or teens. You can drop off your child and you can go to the bar.
Because the kids are only going to be so far away from you. Trust me.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, that's a great idea. And how about for those of us who want to make a difference? Maybe, do something charitable. Maybe go to, I don't know, a foreign country and,
And not just
Volunteer.
Yeah, there's always some type of missionary work people can go do, or
definitely do
You
that
know,
and
what
make a
is that?
difference in the world.
kind of like, I think, does Habitat for Humanity, do they travel abroad, or they're in the States?
Not necessarily
I'm not
travel
sure.
around. I'm not sure. So if any of you guys know, please set us straight.
But there got to be something similar to that. I mean, that you can go and volunteer for. Because I actually saw recently a coworker, and I assumed that he actually retired because he did 3 months. He's doing 3 months. He's in the middle of it. He's doing 3 months
Months of what?
and of traveling the world and volunteering
In different places?
in different countries.
Oh, wow. That would be so cool.
So I saw it last month, and I was like, "Oh!" So first, he's retired. Good for him.
Okay,
And
cool.
secondly, he was in different places volunteering for different things.
What a noble thing to
And
do,
I know he's, he has his doctorate, so I'm not sure exactly what it is. It's something in the medical field, so I'm not sure.
Gotcha.
Exactly. But he's traveling to these different countries, and believe it or not, he's almost like he's backpacking. And he's like I said, he retired, so it's not like some young kid decided to get a backpack and backpack across Europe and hostels.
Maybe he feels
He's actually
young
doing it
at
for a
heart.
purpose, huh?
Maybe he feels young at heart.
You know, absolutely, and that's good, and so that's something unique that you can do, and
Absolutely.
you know,
we
giving.
gotta try and give back to humanity, and get back to the true meaning of the holiday season, and give something back.
Yeah,
Be a great idea.
you know what?
Be a
Absolutely.
great idea to be able to take a vacation and go to places that you probably wouldn't have think of going before or ever, and making a difference, helping that community there, or helping your own community in your own backyard. I think that's a great idea as well.
You know what? You're right. I mean, I said it international because that was something that stood out of my
Yeah,
mind.
no, absolutely.
But we do have so many places and so many things that we can do in our own backyard,
Right.
and in different communities that need that assistance,
Right.
and we tend to overlook that, and we tend to make people feel that we overlook them.
Right. But again, if traveling is what you want to do, and you want to do it in faraway places in Europe or South America, Central America, anywhere else, it's again, as long as you're giving back, again, those are all communities who would definitely be in need of our help no matter what. So what greater work to do rather than giving back.
You know what? That is
The
good.
reason for the season.
And that is, and that's what our holiday season is.
Yeah.
I think that we tend to forget the fact that holidays was meant for gathering, family, and it was. I remember being in the service and being a young serviceman and being by myself, not knowing anybody. Like I said, when I turned 18. To oh my goodness, what are you okay?
Sorry, I didn't think our camera was recording.
Oh my God.
This is like even better than the bloopers, I guess, because this is happening like right here in front of you guys.
Our monitor is slow feeding back, and she's looking at it like, oh my goodness. So I remember,
Sorry.
I remember being a young
distracted you.
serviceman that like I said, I was in a foreign country and I turned 18, and I remember that in my first holiday, my first Christmas was away. So one thing that I said, I didn't want other young sailors, because I was a sailor, to be around me to have that feeling. So I would open my home up to them, and I wanted to give them that home feeling, because that is what to me.
Yeah.
The holiday is. The holidays for me is not for anybody meant to be by themselves.
I agree.
It was meant to
I agree
gather
with that.
someone.
I definitely agree with that.
So that's something that I would do. I would bring people in, or the young guys, and just at that time, I have my family, young kids. I bring them in, make them a good home cooked meal, give them that little touch of home, and it goes a long way. And not necessarily that's something that people should do with strangers, but you can easily go somewhere and volunteer. I would tell you this, when I actually asked my son, say, hey, for Thanksgiving, what are you going to do? And I'm like, I'm imagining, Dad, I'm going to cook, I'm going to do this. He's like, hey, we're going to go volunteer. And I thought that was amazing.
We have some good kids, don't we?
Yeah, we do. They volunteered in the morning, and then they still have their family in the afternoon. It's like that was an opportunity for someone to give and make a few make an impression on somebody.
Absolutely.
So
it makes a difference, and it's just the little things that make a big difference in people's lives. I remember when my son was in the Navy, I went a couple of Thanksgiving when he was in Charleston, and I would cook a Thanksgiving meal for for him and, you know, his Navy guys, his Navy friends and roommates and whatnot. And I love doing that. And I always told him, it's like, hey, anybody that you see that doesn't have anything to do on Thanksgiving or whatever holiday we're in, have them come over and have them have like that home cooked meal, you know, anything that would help. So maybe I would like to issue that challenge for those of you who are listening to this podcast or watching this podcast. If you live in a military town, you don't necessarily have to have anybody in the military, but I'm sure that you could reach out to, you know, any military station out there and, you know, put out some sort of notice of anybody, if anybody needs a home cooked meal, maybe not necessarily just for Christmas, just for Sunday night, and have them, you know, share your family and your home and your home cooked meal. I'm sure that they will not be picky. And open your home to somebody who needs a little warmth.
Yeah, everybody needs that.
Absolutely.
Everybody needs somebody. We were not meant to be by ourselves. Even though people, they say they are loners, they still need somebody to talk to sometimes. You
it's
know,
very nice.
And it's great. And I feel ourselves that we are blessed and fortunate to have reached this point in life where we have our friends that are close.
Absolutely.
Our kids are doing, you know, they're doing well.
Yeah.
Everyone is healthy.
Mm-hmm.
But we all know at any point in time, something could happen in our lives that changes the situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think for me personally, you know, I have this tattoo and I had this done a few years ago. It says, live my best life today.
Uh-huh.
So what that means is when I wake up and I'm blessed to have the opportunity, today I have an opportunity to do something that I did not yesterday.
Right.
And just enjoying life to the fullest. That's something that I think that we're blessed and fortunate too in this country.
Absolutely.
In a community, and just having that sense of life.
So pay it forward.
Just pay it forward.
And again, we're not in a military town. We live here in Pompano Beach, Florida. So unfortunately, we don't have a base nearby, but maybe you know somebody else who is, you know, new in the office or doesn't have anybody, you know, home or whatever it is. Reach out and just offer them a little family time.
We invited a few people in, you know, from time to time. We'll meet somebody.
I do always say you've never met anybody you didn't like.
Right. Did you bring another stray home? God, they're not strays. They're sitting right here.
Say that.
They're sitting right here in front of us.
No, I did not say that.
I know, but that's just something that tells that we have that open heart and, you know, just open arms and open our home. My grandmother always says that everything, you know, God bless her, I love you and I miss your grandma, that things, you know, she always did everything around the kitchen. Everything, you know.
They do say it's the heart of the home.
Yeah, and I tell anybody, you know what? I want you to break bread with me, and that is probably the most biggest compliment that I can give anybody.
Absolutely.
That I feel.
Let's give this time.
You know, and this is a holiday season. Yeah. This is the time to do something.
Well, this is when people really feel it.
Good or bad, they miss loved ones.
Yeah.
They feel the loneliness ones.
Yeah.
You know, loneliness and
it's real.
But you know, but this is also a time to get out there and to do things. And you know, if you are feeling that where, you know, God, I need to do something different. God, I don't want to go visit Aunt Betty and Uncle Joe again. I don't want to the screaming kids. I
am
or something.
Really seriously thinking about Uncle Joe now.
You know what? He needs to be in therapy after this podcast. So what he needs, but you know, go out, make these memories, do things. I mean, and I think I'm glad you had that conversation with me earlier where you're like, we were thinking and we just had a conversation. It's like, well, let's just, you know, we could do the usual spiel for the holidays, travel early, make sure you get to the airport, check your app, you know, make sure you download everything. Don't take anything over 3.4 ounces.
Yellow.
I mean, all of the stuff that we normally do that you guys should be doing because we probably said it 1,000 times.
Right.
You know, it's like clean your room. How many times you tell 1,000 times you still forget, right? But
no.
Wanted to give you some ideas of whether it's Christmas, New Year's, or even the next holiday.
Whatever it is.
Figure out something to
or
do
Sunday.
something unique. So, because we have a thing where we always say, Christmas is for our family.
Yeah.
But
New Year's
usually,
is for us.
New Year's is for us. So usually around the 27th, we get ghost peace.
Right, that's it.
And we're always doing something for us that way we find balance for ourselves.
Very important to have
and we're always trying to find something unique and new to do because creating those memories is all we have. And and again, it's like our kids are grown and they still come up with stories about, oh, you remember we did this? I'm like, absolutely not. I don't remember. But we did so much. But it is to make those impressionable memories.
Yeah.
Like I said, when you do something unique, you're gonna remember those moments down the line. And that's what life is about.
Yeah.
That's what life is about. It's about, doing things and, finding that person you want to do things with. I know we sit up here and we kind of jaw jack sometimes and just kind of joss each other. But, I am so blessed to be able to have you to be my travel partner.
Ditto.
And to go out and make these memories.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about.
It's about making these memories.
Yeah.
And, I would say this holiday season, am thankful. It has been a wonderful year.
It has.
We had, just like everybody else, we had some challenges come up here and there.
That's it.
But here we are.
Here we are.
And for the most part, we're always gone and doing something and creating those memories.
Yep.
And just living our best life today. And that's something
that's all we can ask for.
This is the holiday season. And
Pay it forward.
Pay it forward. And I hope that each and every one of you have a blessed and wonderful holiday season. We do want to thank you for, this was an idea that we put together about doing these podcasts and this YouTube channel. And, we got TikTok, Facebook, all of the above. But we want to thank you for listening and watching and sharing and not keeping us this dirty little secret, right? And all the referrals and everything. And we do want to thank each and every one of you guys.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you for your
support. It's
support.
the best thing we can do. We're doing what we love and sharing it with people we care about.
Absolutely. So, I hope this have a wonderful and blessed holiday season. And like we always say,
go safe, travel often. By Jay. Bye.
Happy holiday season.
Happy holidays.